You know, I was always destined to kind of be who I am. You know, my birthday is May 4th. Not only does that fall on Star Wars Day, but May 4th, 2002 was the year of the first Free Comic Book Day. That's a fantastic thing, and as soon as I was old enough to really recognize what Free Comic Book Day was, I've been participating in it. And this year was a very special year because this was one of the handful of years where Free Comic Book Day lands on my birthday. So I'm like, you know what? We're going to do this right. So I got together with a bunch of my friends, a bunch of people you've seen, and some new faces. And we went around to a bunch of different places, picked up all kinds of cool stuff. I'm very excited to show it to you. Let me tell you all about it.
If we're going documentary style, this is the beginning. It's about 9:45 in the morning on May 4th, 2024. Happy birthday, Taylor. We are going to the car, head to the first comic shop on Free Comic Day. We'll see you next time.
And transition.
So I went out of my way to make sure that the first stop that we made was at a place called Torpedo Comics. Torpedo Comics is this beautiful store. It has incredible decor. It has a ginormous selection of all the things that I love to read. I love trade paperbacks. I love the trade editions of comics because they're just so easy to pick up and read, you know? And Torpedo has a giant collection of them. I was able to pick up some really fun stuff. So I can probably guess what you guys are thinking. Why did you buy so much stuff? It's Free Comic Book Day. Free Comic Book Day is a day to get free stuff. And yeah, I did get free stuff, but you know what? Free Comic Book Day is a voluntary thing, right? Like it's not a requirement to have a comic shop and celebrate Free Comic Book Day. I like to give support buys when I go to Free Comic Book Day. For one thing, they have a gajillion sales on Free Comic Book Day. Like almost everyone has a ton of sales going on, and they're really good sales. Think of it as like comic book Black Friday. But then along with the sales, comic shops, they're run by small businesses. They're all small businesses. These are people who love the hobby, love the characters, love the stories, and want to share that, and want to share it enough that they made it their career. When you're going to small businesses and you're giving them your business, you're funding a dream, you know? You're not just getting yourself something nice, you're making somebody's dream of comic books and like sharing that a reality. So I like to make sure, especially on Free Comic Book Day, that I, support the shop. That's really important to me. So at our first stop at Torpedo Comics, I picked up a bunch of graphic novels, things that I've been wanting to check out and read for a while. I picked up Superman, The City of Tomorrow. This is a pretty beefy book. There's a lot of comic book in here, a lot of comics for your buck. This is a good era for Superman. It was right near the end of the post-crisis era prior to Infinite Crisis happening. This was a fun era for Superman. I love that era between 86 to 2006. That's where I think Superman really shined. Speaking of Infinite Crisis, I picked up Superman Infinite Crisis, and this covers specifically the stories of the version of Superman, Superboy, and Lex Luthor that were teleported into the heaven dimension at the end of Crisis on Infinite Earths, and how they reacted to the world changing around them and what that all meant. I read a bit of this, and this is really good too. This is I don't know, maybe Superman doesn't have a best era for me. Maybe I just like Superman. And I think that point might be very supported because I also picked up Superman Reborn from the beginning of the Superman Rebirth era. This was a good beginning run to Superman in this new era where they were changing up all kinds of things, and like they really put the character of Superman right in the middle of all of the big changes that the DC universe was going through at the time. I'm excited to dive into this. But don't worry, I didn't just pick up Superman stuff. I'm not that one note. I'm a little bit one note, but not completely one note. I also picked up Beauty and the Beast Belle's Tale. This was a tie-in specifically to the live action movie. They had 2 manga volumes. One was the movie from Bell's perspective, the other one was the movie from Beast's perspective. I couldn't find the Beast one, but they recently re-released it in color. And they decided to play around with the color theory between the 2 books. And I'm excited for that. Like, you don't get a whole lot of the comics in the Japanese tradition done in color. So, this will be fun. I read a little bit of it already. Pretty good stuff. It's a straight adaptation of the movie, but I feel like it's paced better than the movie. But I also picked up this super cool Spider-Punk comic box. I needed a new comic box because if you look over there, I just have way too many loose comics that don't have a home. So now I have a home for them. I want to put my Spider-Man comics in it, and that'll free up room in the quote-unquote Marvel box for things that aren't just Spider-Man. And the Superman box has been full for a long time, so maybe it'll give me some more room there. You know, whatever. It'll be great.
And on the other side of Flowers Comics.
Next, of course, we headed over to Maximum Comics, and Maximum Comics is a cute little shop. I love Maximum Comics, and I love what they're doing over there. Their trades were fully stocked. I love seeing that. All kinds of great titles that I love and was looking forward to reading, as well as a great selection of back issues, but they really shined when it came to the collectibles. Have you ever said to yourself, I should pack my lunch more, but I really do not want to unless a really niche comic book character can be on my metal lunchbox? I don't ask myself that either, but now I really won't ask myself that either, because I got this super cool Spider-Man 2099 lunchbox. It has original comic book art on it, which is really exciting, and it looks so sweet. This was good art. And then, of course, on the inside it comes with a thermos, more with original comic art from, not original comic art, but like art from the original comic book run. Which is really good because all next week, the kitchen at work is going to be closed. So I got to bring my own lunch, and it would be really easy to spend a lot of money on lunch. But now I'm like, you know what? I just want to show this off. This is cool. So I want to put lunch in it. A lunchbox for lunch. It's dumb that I'm excited about this, but it's also fun that I'm excited about this, you know? Like, it was literally a joke in Toy Story that this is a weird thing to be excited about. Now, when we finished over at Maximum Comics, it was time to eat, so we went to this place I love called the Magic Noodle. It's this Chinese noodles place. It has fantastic soups. They have this great beef brisket soup. It makes me happy every time I go there. I love it. We went there, enjoyed some soup, enjoyed my time with my friends, and then we went over to We Play Games. We Play Games has this huge selection, really incredibly friendly staff. The atmosphere of the place and the staff does make it a pleasant place to visit. Plus, they have a ton of pop figures. I never thought I would really be that guy who was into these pop figurines, right? Like, they're always kind of these things. I just didn't get it. I just didn't get it for a long time, but I think I'm starting to get it.
I didn't realize you were much into Funko Pops.
I like to see some of them. I like to see the variety. And I like little statues and little figurines. So,
Funko was right there.
yeah, they're right there. They're new. Why not? Let's go have fun and explore.
Sure, let's explore.
For one thing, it's fun to have almost every character you can think of has some kind of physical merchandise now because of these pop figures, and that's kind of sweet.
So I'm thinking about getting these two of Spider-Man 2099. If you follow the channel, you know this, and I love Elsa, so I don't know, maybe. We'll see.
I love Frozen. I don't know if you guys know this, but Frozen is my favorite like core Disney movie. So fun, so beautiful. Beautiful characters, beautiful story, beautiful animation. I love it a lot. And so I picked up this Elsa figurine to kind of commemorate that. It's fun. And then, of course, if you're on this channel, you must know that I love Spider-Man 2099. He's so cool. I was excited he was in the movie. I love the comics. He's the coolest Spider-Man by a long shot. Holy cow. Go ahead and disagree with me. Go ahead and yell at me in the comments. That's fine, because yelling at me in the comments only spreads my video around. Engagement is engagement, it doesn't matter. But I picked up the Spider-Man 2099 pop figure, and it looks pretty sweet. It looks really cool. Isn't that great?
What is She's a mermaid, not water. Only plays American titles. That's weird.
But it's cool.
It's so fun. Taylor.
What? What?
Orange GameCube.
Well, if you like it so much, why don't you get it?
I already have one.
Well, how about you get a Nintendo 64?
I already have one.
Well, how about you get a Nintendo Wii?
I already have one.
Well, how about you get a Mario?
Yeah, right. No, it's weird. I thought the orange ones were Japanese only, but apparently according to this, it can play American titles. I don't think it's a mod. It just says it only plays American. So I wonder if American ones were orange at one point. I really like the GameCube.
Then after that, we headed over to Retro City Games, which, if you've followed the channel, and if you look back into the past a little bit, you'll see that we've actually been there before and found some really great stuff there. So while we were stopped at Retro City Games, we were able to pick up this, Persona 5 Royale. That game is just oozing with style, and every time I saw my friends play it, I'm like, whoa. And then I played Strikers, the spin-off game, the action RPG one, and that blew my mind as well. So I'm like, if anything could get me into turn-based RPGs, it's probably Persona 5. So I'm excited to dive into that, check it out, see what that does for me. Plus, it's really cool. It's the Steelbook. And Steelbooks are just classy, man. That's so cool. You know what else I got? This is a door display for Spider-Man 2. And it had these holes in it for hooks and hangers. I'm guessing that what this is for like download cards, like the digital card versions of the game, you know? I'm not completely sure, but they had a bunch of these and they had Spider-Man 2, and I'm really excited about Spider-Man 2. And I thought, you know what, this is kind of a cool display piece. I don't know what to do with it though, so I mean, if any of you guys have a cool idea of how I can utilize this outside of just a wall decoration, like if I can add some kind of function to it, let me know, because this is very cool, and this will be really neat to have next to the Spider-Man PlayStation and the controller and all the games, and I love this game so much. It's so cool to have something like this. This is neat. And so we ended off the day with some Pizza Hut and hung out with my friends, and I did a little bit of video editing. It was great. But you know what? There were a couple of items here that I greatly appreciate, and I'm excited to show you those as well. I mean, I was with my friends, and it was my birthday, and they were kind enough to grab me some presents, and this was so kind of them. And I'm very fortunate that I have as good of friends as I do. So first things first, they got me Jedi Fallen Order for the PlayStation 5. It took a long time for me to get a PlayStation 5. This was a years-long journey. I went through all kinds of struggles. It was a hard several years for me. Like I don't like announce that very much, but like it was tough. And my friends were with me like that entire time, and you know, they knew how big of a milestone it was for me to get a PlayStation 5, because like that was important to me. And so, you know, they celebrated not just me but also that achievement by getting me this game, and it was so kind of them. It means so much to me. The other thing, Ben, who you've been seeing in the videos, Ben and Jaquel, this was cute. They got me these fun Woody and Buzz pop figures. This kind of inspired the other pop purchases, but they got these for me, and it's Woody and Buzz playing video games. It's so cute. Oh, it's a cool piece. I gotta display it like really prominently somewhere because this is adorable. And it's just so nice to have good, caring friends that really do care about me and want to see the best for me. I recognize that's a rare thing for people to have, and it means a lot to me that it is there. So that was my free comic book day, my birthday Star Wars Day free comic book day. It was a big deal. It was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed it, had a lot of fun hanging out with all the cool people and seeing all the cool things and experiencing just how much fun it is to be around your friends. So if there is a takeaway here, I think the takeaway is that it's important to have good friends. And not only is it important to have good friends, but once you find them, like, oh my gosh, life just becomes so much better. I'm so thankful that I have great friends that care about me and wanted to spend this time with me. They're not even really all that into comic books, like they're starting to get into it, some of them. But it was cool that they spent their time to just be with me, and that's a high honor as far as I'm concerned. So that's what I got for you guys today. I would love to hear about your favorite Free Comic Book Day experience. Let me know what you picked up. Let me know where you went. Tell me about all the cool things you did, because I really, really want to hear about it. And let's chat in the comments. And until next time, thank you for joining me. Have a great day. And remember to always be your best self. Whee! Okay, so cool. That was Free Comic Book Day, but like, I didn't show you any of the free stuff I picked up. Time for a montage.